Chapter 177 is about causality, cause and effect. We're told that the whole of creation has no cause, because there is no creation. Brahman, the Absolute, has no inclination to create. There's only the experiencing going on. But certain limitations arise within that experiencing. It's just the way it is. This is the nature of awareness. Awareness limits itself by the very fact of becoming aware of something. So in that limitation, we can discern certain modes. For example, a scientific mode. The scientific limitation is one in which we think in terms of cause and effect. Another limitation, which the scientific one is based on, is the belief in an external world. And we see cause and effect in operation. Rama asked, in the case of the ignorant, however, there is causal sequence. Ignorant is quite a strong word in English, but the original term is avidya, which means non-wisdom. It means not in touch with spiritual wisdom. It's when you believe in the limitations which you identify with. So you'll see cause and effect. So Rama asks, what is uncaused in him and how does it exist? So Rama's trying to reconcile this teaching of no causality with those who are living within limitations. Vasistha replied, to the enlightened one, there is none who is ignorant. Why should we waste our time discussing what is non-existent? This questioning of Rama's isn't getting anywhere. We don't need to worry about how things are from a limited point of view. Our only concern is getting in touch with the limitless, which is the nature of our own consciousness. There are some things which are caused and there are others which do not have a cause. It depends upon one's point of view. What one regards as valid, that alone he accepts as valid. So you might think it's completely natural to accept the existence of an external world. This is what you consider valid. That's what you accept as valid. That's your point of view. Or it might not be your point of view, but it's a very common point of view and it's based on limited understanding. This creation has no cause at all. The belief that the world was created by God, etc. is a play of words. It's a way of talking. And a way of talking, again, is a way of working within limitations. When you want to start expressing something, you're immediately entering into a limiting mode. There is nothing that illustrates this truth as the experience of dream does. This is the whole purpose of dream. It gives us a clear understanding of how consciousness works. At this moment we're awake, we're outside the dream. The dream can now become an object of study. Most of us don't give it any thought whatsoever. But what happens in dreams is of immense significance in terms of our understanding of consciousness. So I'm not talking in any kind of what might be regarded as fringe theory of dreams. But what is indisputable is the fact that dreams show how consciousness works. So we should study the phenomenon of dreams and look at the implications for consciousness. Consciousness is what is happening right now. Consciousness is what is allowing you to experience this video. It's what is allowing you to experience every other sensation that's going on right now. And this is what spiritual inquiry is about. It's about exploring the nature of consciousness. And it's sometimes difficult to do that because we're right in the middle of it right now. It's very difficult to appreciate the subtle nature of consciousness because we're so caught up in our ideas about what is going on. So dreams, this is the significance of dreams. This is why we've got them, because it's saying, here is how consciousness works. If the creation as a dream is not clearly understood, there is great delusion. Creation, the world, arises in exactly the same way as a dream does. There's no way you can dispute this. And yet it's clearly the result of consciousness in the same way as dream is. If it is rightly understood, delusion vanishes. Speculative reasoning, advanced in connection with this creation, is ignorance and foolishness. Is fire the cause of the heat which is natural to it? It's part and parcel of the fire. The constituents of the body are in fact formless, ethereal substances. Hence the physical body has no real cause. Also, what can be the cause of the body which experiences the non-existent universe? The notional nature of the body has been explored in the past, often enough, and yet it's this very notion which gives rise to our experience of the universe. It's notions upon notions. This is what we construct our reality on. All this is natural to nature, whatever that may be, even if a cause may be assumed. Even the word nature that is used here is a figure of speech. It doesn't matter if we think in terms of causes or not. Therefore, all these objects and their assumed causes are but delusions that arise in the mind of the ignorant. Well, the ignorant being those that are not in touch with this wisdom. The wise ones know that all effects proceed from causes. When one dreams of being robbed, and when one knows that it was but a dream, there is no sorrow. Even so, when the truth is realized, life is free from sorrow. So this is true causation. All sorrow is based on the idea that this is not a dream, that it's real. When you realize it's dreamlike nature, then what is the basis for sorrow? The truth certainly is that this universe has never been created, as creation had no cause in the first place. It came into being, and it exists as a dream object exists in the infinite consciousness. It is Brahman alone, and it shines in Brahman. Just as both sleep and dream are aspects of one sleep, even so this creation and dissolution of the universe are two aspects of the one indivisible, infinite consciousness. And the creation and dissolution of the universe are the two poles of spiritual practice. When you come back to realization of consciousness, that's dissolution of the universe. And when you move away from that realization and start working and identifying with notions again, that's creation. But all this is the play of the one infinite consciousness.